been speaking to OTs around the world who've lost their mojo, and this is what they're telling me. Let me know in the comments if you relate. These OTs are feeling tired, burnt out, underappreciated, and overworked. Many describe being underutilized, underemployed, and that their jobs don't allow room to use their full scope of practice. Some tell me they wonder about leaving the profession entirely, or entering a new area of practice, or maybe starting something of their own. But this process often then leads to fear of not being successful in these transitions. Fear in many forms. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, imposter syndrome, and more. I love our profession, and I know almost all of us are passionate about occupational therapy and love what we do. One can love all of these things and still be in a painful place given their current role, circumstance, organizational climate, global situation. This is why I've chosen to coach OTs, to essentially find their mojo. Should I call myself a mojo coach? I kind of like the sound of that. An OT Mojo Coach. In this video, I'm going to give you some useful approaches to help you get your OT mojo back. In order to make sure you don't miss videos like this one, make sure to click the thumbs up sign, subscribe button, and the notification bell over here. I'm Carlyn. I'll be your mojo coach for the next 8 to 10 minutes. I'm also an OT in Canada who specializes in adult mental health and supports OTs around the world in an online program so that they can find clarity, intentionality in their lives in order to build fulfillment and vitality in all of their occupations. The first step to finding your mojo is to build awareness. In the first phase of the Activate Vitality program, I help OTs build awareness of the occupations they're engaging in and the impact these things are having on their well-being, physically, cognitively, emotionally, socially. So often we're rushing around, doing all the things, thinking about the other things we need to do, and we're limited in our awareness of how each thing we do is contributing to or moving us away from the way we want to be living. In both my mental health and my OT coaching practices, I talk to people who say things like, I don't understand why I'm so anxious, so exhausted, or so overwhelmed. And quite often, when we go back through the things that they were doing recently or things that were going on in their environment and their world recently, it becomes more evident why they're feeling this way. Because they're always looking ahead and less aware of the present moment, their present state, how things accumulate, they're less equipped to make important shifts. So first, we build awareness. And this brings us to our next point, mindfulness. I tend to teach people to build more awareness by building mindfulness skills, so they're more able to bring themselves to the present moment and become more aware of their experience. Mindfulness can be defined as the awareness that comes from paying attention on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. I did a video on mindfulness with a travel analogy. You can see that one here. I also recommend that people write about the experience of the day, how they've experienced the day. And this can be through journaling or even noting in their planner what they did and how it impacted them. It could be as simple as circling it in your planner and saying, loved that collaborative meeting, felt grounded while gardening, drained by reporting. Sprinkling a little gratitude in the process has been proven to improve your satisfaction and mood as well. Self-compassion is the next tip. I find that encouraging a regular self-compassion practice is essential in the process of personal growth. It's so easy to judge our current state, which encourages shame, and shame really puts us at a disadvantage when it comes to making important shifts in our lives in order to live more wholeheartedly. Values. Knowing your why. What makes you uniquely you? How you want to show up in life. What and who you care about. Uncovering your values is often a gradual process of awareness building and reflection, and not so much a one-shot exercise. I find the values emerge nicely through the awareness building process I mentioned earlier, making note of how your day went and how your occupations impacted you. There are some of my favorite values journal prompts in the Vitality Guide download. I'll link it in the description along with some printable planner pages. Those are in the guide too. In my Activate Vitality program and in my mental health practice, clients are encouraged to live their values and reflect on their behavioral choices in a framework that has them consider whether their occupations or behaviors are moving them toward the life they want to live, living fully with purpose, engaged in their values, or away from living in a values-aligned, intentional way. They use planners as a vehicle for building awareness and planning their engagement in things that bring more meaning, purpose, and richness into their lives. You can see more about that planner in this video here. Now take a couple seconds to pause and consider what brings meaning, purpose, and richness to your life. Now it's important to mention here the difference between setting goals and living your values. I do encourage goal setting, which defines specific actions and a plan. Goals are either completed or not completed, and when they're done, you're moving the marker and finding another goal. That's great. Living your values is important too, though. Living your values, by contrast, can be done in any situation, in any role, and in any task. Living your values is never complete. It's an ongoing way of approaching your life, showing up as the youest you in all you do. I call goals that are aligned with values juicy goals. There's a richness and a satisfaction that comes with juicy goals that helps motivate us to keep going. What are some juicy goals you can set right now to help you find your mojo? Write them down, put them in the comments if you'd like, set some juicy goals. My last suggestion to finding your mojo is get support. I teach the OTs I support in my Activate Vitality program a number of skills and strategies to build this richness in their lives and help them feel more alignment, satisfaction, and vitality. The stuff of your mojo, really. Many of the tools align with the 6 core processes of acceptance and commitment therapy, which are self as context, present moment awareness, acceptance, diffusion, values, and committed action. Watch for a video series on these core processes, what they are, and the techniques for applying them. For OTs who are interested in starting a business or a passion project, I also provide a module and business support as part of my program, particularly around getting started, which is usually the hardest part for the OTs that I work with. If you're an OT who's looking for more mojo, flow, and alignment in your life, and would benefit from a supportive coach, guidance, and a community of other occupational therapists on this journey, book a call with the link below. I want to see OTs thriving around the world. I'd love to hear how the content I'm sharing on my YouTube channel is landing, and if you have any questions, I read and respond to every comment. Don't forget to subscribe and check out this video next.